Hello and welcome to this Teach Happy interview, and I'm super excited to introduce our guest this month. She is a one-time national diving champion. She's a two-time Commonwealth champion. She's a two-time European champion. And the reason I'm super excited about this interview, she's also a former pupil of mine, and I had the privilege of teaching her several years ago when she was a year 4 pupil at John Stainer School. So welcome, Andrea Spendolini-Siriex.
Thank you for having me. I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, it's so great to have you. So lovely to see you again. So my first question is, if you cast your mind back to when you were in my year 4 class, we did lots of things, I think, to enhance well-being. And one of those things was like we meditated every day. Mindfulness was on our curriculum. And I know other people in Team GB, namely one of your co-divers, Tom Daly, is a big advocate of mindfulness. So my question for you, because you're at school studying, you're performing at an elite level, you must experience a lot of stress and pressure at different kind of points in the year. So what tools do you use to manage your stress levels and to cope with that pressure? Is it things like mindfulness? Is it yoga, deep breathing exercises? Like, what are the tools that you use?
So I've learned through doing loads of competitions that I actually can't be by myself in a competition, because my thoughts are very loud when I'm by myself. So if I'm already nervous for a competition, I always sit with my coach Alex and we have chats. These chats have nothing to do with diving. They're just like, what's your favorite dessert? What's your favorite thing to do? What are you going to do this weekend? How are you going to celebrate after? It's taking time away from every single dive, because the more that you stress and you concentrate on the next dive or the last dive, it clouds your thinking and it clouds your concentration. In training, I think to managing stress is just being able to communicate with your coach. Let's say that you're having a hard time at school or at home and it's affecting your training. It's having that open communication and making sure that everyone's aware that, maybe you need extra encouragement that day, or you just need someone to talk to, and they're there for you in training. I'm also a Christian, so I rely heavily on reading the Bible and making sure that I'm at peace and praying, because that really, really helps me, especially before every dive. And again, talking to my family before the competition, I found really helped, because instead of looking for them in the crowd, I've already seen them. So I already know that they're there and that they're cheering and stuff, or I call them before if they can't come in person. And those are things that I've learned really help me in competition. But then again, some days I don't do that and I mess up and I make mistakes, but it's about, learning from those and doing better the next time you're in a similar situation.
Excellent. So sometimes it's kind of distraction techniques. It's like having those conversations that are taking your mind off diving so you don't overthink it. Exactly. And also, having good people around you that help keep your feet on the ground.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because you're 10 meters up in the air a lot of the time.